is that?
Hello YouTube, it's Little Derek Comics back with another video, and we are going to be looking at the One Piece Season 2 trailer for Netflix. So usually I would do a reaction video, which I did record, and I did not record the audio. So yeah, that was a fail. But I'm just I'm just gonna go through and look at certain things I like about the trailer and explain what's looking good and what's not. So if you love One Piece, go ahead and comment your favorite Straw Hat, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so my recollection of like certain parts of early One Piece is a little hazy, but correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like where they first like go to on like Alabasta. By the way, this whole season is Alabasta centric. There's some other small parts, but they all lead up to Alabasta. Speaking of which, Alabasta. Like the whole kind of almost desert, kind of dusty, sandy look, and all the buildings. This is legit Alabasta. So
Everywhere I go. It's for the One Piece.
oh, also, apparently, because last season they didn't have like the whole execution platform. They didn't have Lockdown at all. They also didn't have Smoker at all. So this is going to be good. It looks like they're going to cover Logtown in the first part of this season rather than ending off last season with it, which I think is an interesting take. I think it was good that they ended last season at Arlong Park, but I feel like Logtown was also a big thing. They could do it like this though, you know. The writing has been pretty good for it so far. All the changes have been pretty well, in my opinion. So that's interesting. I like how they did the execution platform too. And I like how Luffy's looking up at it. This is like a crucial, pivotal moment for him. This is where his hero died. This is like, oh yeah, man, I'm really here. So I think this looks great.
What is that?
And here we get Broggy. So, we got the Giants, Dory, and Broggy. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know where they were in like the anime and the manga because I forgot. I forgot a lot of One Piece because it's long. So the fact that they have Dory and Broggy this season, and they also have Logtown is already a lot, but we're gonna see more. Broggy looks pretty good. Like he just looks insane. I want to see how they did these effects. It's probably like maybe some forced perspective, but no, he looks great. And then we have one of the newest of the Straw Hat crew, Nico Robin. So we've already seen that we have Chopper. Chopper's been confirmed. He has his own trailer. I want to say they have confirmed Drum Kingdom or whatever, and he's also a part of Alabasta. There's a lot that pops off in Alabasta. And if I'm pronouncing it wrong, if it's like Arabasta or something like that, because I know I've seen it spelled like that, I'm calling it Alabasta. I might call Zoro Zolo. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Okay? It's not my fault. There are translation differences. But yeah, Nico Robin looks sick. I do like the kind of day one Nico Robin fit. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, this fit was purple though. Or did she have both? Did she have like a white version of this and a purple version? Anyway, she looks sick. I like how she walks in with like all the flowers and stuff busting out the room. And then we got Zolo. I'm calling him Zolo. We got Zolo with the we got Zoro with the new fit. So we've seen him in this kind of dark blue fit before. It's pretty cool. And we got the man himself, Smoker. So if you don't know, Smoker is one of the biggest antagonists in One Piece in like the early parts of One Piece, even some of the later ones. But like this is like, yo, I'm gonna capture Straw Hat Luffy. This is like the biggest opposition. Like I'd say in the grand scheme of One Piece, he's not the biggest opposition. That would be, Teach, if you know, but he he is the one that's constantly after Luffy. So he looks sick. He looks sick. He's got kind of that. cool, kind of edgy persona. I like it. And then we got like the whole kind of wax. I don't know if he called it like the wax museum, the wax hut, the wax house, but Mr. Three. So we see Sanji going into like the Mr. Three location. So, you know, we're already seeing some elements of the Baroque works bad guys. And then we get this baddie right here. Boy, when I tell you I was popping off when I saw it, like I didn't know who she was at first because, you know, if you don't know, this is Vivi. And if you don't know who Vivi is, technically a Straw Hat Pirate, but she's very important this season. And the reason I couldn't really tell who she was at first was because they made her dark. Like she's played by an Indian actress, if I'm not mistaken. You know, Vivi is not a darker skinned character. But realistically, she should be because Alabasta is based on like the Middle East or Egypt or something like that, and it's hot. Like it's a kind of desert location. You ain't finna find no pale white folks out there, dog. You're not. You're not. So I like this take on it. I like what they do with a lot of the characters, where you know they might race swap them, quote unquote, but it's like it's very intentional and they all make sense. Like you know, Usopp is a lot darker in this than he is in the actual series, but it makes sense because he's African. So I like what they're doing with this. It makes it feel more diverse too. And it works here because these are literally what the characters are supposed to look like realistically. So they still have elements of the character. She's wearing the Vivi fit. She's got, you know, her weapons and stuff like that. She's got the blue hair, but they just made her a bit more accurate to what like the demographic she is. So I think that's really cool. I really like that they're doing this. So hats off to them. Also, I might be misremembering, but I don't remember am I tripping? Was there a carnival in this mug? Like am I tripping? I know there was like a celebration, but was it I think this was like the celebration when they first got there and like met the Baroque Works people. It's funny because Baroque Works is like my favorite arc, and it's so hazy the way I like remember a lot of this. So this, I think this is like the festival they were having when they first got there. Maybe I don't remember. I genuinely don't. I gotta go back and rewatch. I guess I don't have to with this though. I ain't gonna lie, the Gatling gun looks a little bit weird. I ain't gonna any of Luffy's moves look a little bit weird. It looks like a very realistic take. That's realistically probably what it would look like, but and then we have Laboon. So Laboon is a very important character in this arc specifically, but he's affiliated with another character. And so it'll be interesting to see how they kind of reference that character in here, assuming they will. But no, there's a lot to cover. There's a lot in this, from Laboon to the execution platform in Logtown, the Giants, Baroque Works. And Baroque Works itself is a very long arc. It is like one of the longest arcs outside of maybe like Water 7. So and like Wano. But in terms of like old world One Piece, I think it is the longest. So but it is my favorite arc, despite me forgetting half of what happened. But yeah, man, I think it looks phenomenal. I'm really excited to see it. They look like they're about to cut up on season 2, just like they cut up on season 1. So let me know what you think about the season 2 trailer for One Piece. Are you interested? Do you think One Piece needs to just remain the anime? Do you not like the live action? I personally love it, and I can't wait to see more. So with that being said, we've reached the end of the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace. So season 3 confirmation already? That's pretty sick. It's got to be Water 7, right? Especially if they got like Nico Robin and how they've been pacing everything. It's got to be Water 7 because then, you know, Frankie and then oh yeah. Oh yeah, and then we got Laboon and I wonder if they'll have Frankie and Brooke in like the same thing. Sick. Sick. Can't wait.